today's video we have got another optic unboxing, and this is from Zulisy or Zulisy, however you want to pronounce it. I've heard it pronounced both ways. This is the third optic I've reviewed from this company, and I still don't know how to pronounce it. But what we have here is the Otter, and this is a mini red dot, and as you can see on the box, this does have the RMSC footprint. First thing we want to do, take this lid off. Let's see what all we got in here. So we've got the owner's manual, just like the other two that we've done reviews on. Nice colored manual. We've got the card, tells you how to zero it, and we've also got the card that tells us about our windage and elevation adjustments. Got a lens cleaning cloth. We've got that little tiny screwdriver that they send you with every optic. Over here, we've got a bunch of screws, just like on the other ones. Looks like we've got 5 sets of screws again. That's awesome. I really like seeing the companies giving you this many screws, because you pretty much are always going to find the one you need to mount it to whatever you're mounting it to. Here, I'm not sure what we've got here. I'm going to have to look into this, but we've got another very small screw, and this has an actual flathead on it, so you got to figure out what that is. Here we have our Torx wrench and our flathead two-sided screwdriver, and here is the optic. Let me make sure we've got everything out of the box. That is it except for the silica gel. Put our lid back on, and we're going to get into this dot. Now, when you take the dot out of the box, it is in a plastic baggie, and there is our Otter. Very small dot. Like I said at the beginning, it is RMSC footprint. There is the front. Back, you do have backup iron sights. I like that already. And one of the awesome things that I already really like about this, side load battery. And you do not see this too often with RMSC footprint dots. So this is really, really nice. Speaking of that battery tray, this does run on a CR1632 battery. On the lowest setting, it will give you 50,000 hours of battery life. On the highest setting, it will give you 4,000 max hours of life. Now, I really thought it was super cool that they stated in there, if you had this turned all the way up, that you were only going to get 4,000 hours of battery life, because a lot of optic companies will not tell you that. Now, let's run through our dimensions on this. Our length on this is 1.6 inches. Our width, 1.05 inches. And our height is exactly 1 inch. Now, the body on this is a solid aluminum body, and it is IPX7 rated, so this is waterproof and shockproof. And the lens on this is a multi-coated lens. Now, when you get the Otter, the battery is already installed, and let's start talking about this dot. So it is a 3 MOA red dot. It does have 10 brightness settings, and 2 of those settings are for night vision. So right now, I have got it turned all the way up. It seems to be very bright, just like all the other optics I've reviewed from them. And it is starbursting on the white background. But like I've said time and time again, I do have astigmatism. That's on me, not the fault of the dot. Now, the Otter does have shake awake. So when you turn this dot on, you leave it sit. It takes 4 minutes. It shuts itself off. We'll test that before we end this unboxing video, but it does have shake awake. Now, keep in mind, if you turn the dot off by holding the minus button down for 3 or 4 seconds and you shut it off, now if you go to grab it, the shake awake does not work. So you have to keep that in mind. If you want to use the shake awake, you have to turn the dot on, and to turn it on after it's been shut off, you just tap the plus button and it will turn back on. To adjust it up and down, you just hit the minus button. That'll take you all the way down to your NV settings. and then you hit the plus button to turn it all the way back up. Now the lens on this is a 21mm lens. It is a multi-coated lens, and it's parallax free at 50 yards. Alright, the next thing we want to do, we do this in every video, we want to check our adjustments here. So let's start on the windage, and they are very stiff, just like the other ones have been, but they do not click. So you don't have those tactile clicks in between each adjustment. But they are stiff, they're not too loose, which is a good thing. Let's check the elevation. Same way. They are not audible either, but none of the other Zulisys have been, so not too concerned about it though. Yeah, the elevation is nice and stiff too, so we're not going to have to worry about this thing coming out of adjustment. Speaking of the windage and elevation, you do have a total of 40 MOA travel on the windage and the elevation at 1 MOA per click. Alright, now we need to go figure out what gun I want to put this on. Now I can't show you mounting this dot on the pistol, but I will come back and show you what it looks like, and then we'll test that shake awake function. Alright guys, I am super excited. First off, let me show you, this gun's clear, no mag, nothing in the chamber. I have not been able to get any other RMSC footprint dots to fit on my Rock Island TAC Ultra, and this is a double stack 9mm 1911. Reason being, I had the slide milled specifically for the Holosun 507K, but the body on the Otter and the Holosun are exactly the same as far as the bottom goes on this dot. So this was a perfect fit on my Rock Island. I don't think we've had this out on the channel since we did the Staccato P versus Rock Island video, so I'm super excited to be able to actually take this gun back to the range and review a dot with it. So in the next video, that's what we're going to do. Get this out to the range, have some fun, shoot some groups. But before we end the video, we need to make sure the shake awake works. Alright, you can see that I've got the dot on. We're going to let this sit for 4 minutes. I'll come back. Hopefully it'll be off. We'll tap it and hopefully it comes back on. Alright, it's been 4 minutes, so it's definitely shut itself off. So let's see. Let me grab it here. Oh yeah, right back on. Nice. Alright, so we know the shake awake function works. That's a good thing. Alright, so our shake awake works, which is awesome, and it's just flat out awesome. I was able to get this to mount up on the Rock Island, and so needless to say, I am really excited to get this out to the range in the next video and do the review on this optic. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.